welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Emily and today we're going to be talking about my TBR for the Reading Rush. So this will actually be my third year participating in the Reading Rush. I will link my video from last year down below. I think I have a TBR and I definitely have a vlog. Right? I know I did the video challenges and I think I vlogged. And then the first year I did it, I actually did not have my booktube channel yet, so I was just writing blog posts for it. But yeah, actually it's really funny now that I think about it because the first year I participated when I didn't have a booktube channel, it was still called Booktubeathon, and then the year after when I actually had a booktube channel, they had renamed it the Reading Rush to make it more inclusive for people on Bookstagram, people with book blogs, etc. Anyways, nevertheless, this is my third year participating. I am super, super excited. So, this is kind of last minute that I'm filming this. I'm filming this on the day that I am putting it out, and tomorrow is actually when the Reading Rush starts. I held off so long because I ordered the Reading Rush journal, and I was really hoping that it would get here in time so that I could have it with me while filming it. Unfortunately, due to COVID-19 and the way shipping is working, I still haven't managed to get it. If you are in the same boat as me, if you send them the picture of your receipt for your physical copy, they will send you a digital copy. So I am actually working off my phone on the digital copy, and that's basically how I'm going to be doing the journaling this week, is I'm going to be working off the digital copy, and then when my physical copy of the journal comes in, I will just transfer it all. Anyways, I'll probably talk about that more in my vlog. I will be doing a vlog for the Reading Rush this week, which I'm super excited about. It feels like it's been a while since I last vlogged. It's actually been a while since I posted my last video. I have filmed some videos, but I've just been so busy with school and studying for the LSAT and everything else that I've been doing that my booktube channel has unfortunately kind of been pushed to the back burner. I'm just like balancing so many things, but I'm trying to get a better schedule in place, especially with all my schooling being online in the fall. I have 6 classes a semester, so I'm hoping to kind of come up with a schedule where I can study and I can also be making my booktube videos, working on my novels that I'm writing, etc. Anyways, enough babbling. Let's actually get into my TBR and what I will be reading. So there are 7 challenges, which is great because it is 7 days long. That took me a minute. Usually one of the 7 challenges is finish 7 books, but this year that's not one of the 7 challenges, which I kind of like, because then I was always like, for the 7th challenge, I was like, oh, I just have to pick a random book. And I am a prompt person. I love having prompts. So the first challenge is to read a book with a cover that matches the color of your birthstone. So, I was born in November. My birthstone is a topaz or citrine. So I actually have this ring that my grandmother gave me, and it has my birthstone on it. How do I adjust this? So my birthstone is that orange one in the middle there. So for that one, I will be reading Death in Real Time by Bryn Bonner. This is the second book in the Family History Mysteries. Yeah, the Family History Mysteries. So it's a sequel to Paging the Dead. Basically, this follows 2 women who are genealogical scrapbookers, I think. That's probably not they're just genealogists. But what they do basically is they get clients and they do the genealogy for that person and they make a scrapbook of their family history. That is something that is super interesting to me. I got this tattoo in, it's upside down. How do I got this tattoo as part of my family history. My great-grandmother lived in Warsaw, Poland during World War II, and this is the symbol for the Warsaw Uprising. So family history is like a really big thing for me. I'm super, I'm such a big history buff, and my great aunt is really into our family history as well. I actually have a stack of books over in the corner of my room that are just all about World War II that she lent me last time I saw her. So I might be doing a video just like hauling the books that I borrowed from her. Anyways, all this to say, I'll be reading this book, and it is one of my most anticipated books. I've wanted to buy it for forever, but they only had the mass market paperback chapters for the longest time. finally they have like an actual paperback edition, so I picked it up. The next book is to read a book that starts with the word the. Now, when I was reading out the prompts to my best friend Megan, she was like, oh, that's so easy. So many books start with the word the. She was wrong. I went through, I can't even tell you how many books on my bookshelf I went through, just pulling them one by one and looking, and it was so hard to find a book that began with the word the. Finally, I ended up, actually, this is a new book that I just picked up called The Guest List by Lucy Foley, and it started with the word the. I didn't even realize till I got home and was like, maybe one of these books will fit for that prompt. And it did, thank God. This is also Kayla over at Books and Lala. This was her pick for this past month's read for her book club, the Literally Dead book club. And it's also part of Reese Witherspoon's book club. And Legally Blonde and Legally Blonde 2 are like my favorite movies of all time. So yeah, it's just all around great. It's basically about an exclusive wedding and someone ends up dead. Everyone, like all the characters have like a purpose, like one's the bride, one's the bridesmaid, one's the groom, etc. And someone dies. Okay, the next prompt is read a book that inspired a movie you've already seen. Like I said, my great aunt and I are both really into family history and more specifically World War II. So one of the times that I last stayed there, we watched the Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Pie Society. And that is the book that I will be reading. I loved that movie so much, and I can't wait to read the book and see how it compares to the movie. I'll probably rewatch the movie again. I really want Dawson to watch it, so I think that it'll be great. Prompt number 4 is to read the first book you touch. So this one's really fun because it can be interpreted so many different ways. You can just go up to your bookshelf and grab a book. You could have a stack of books that you really want to read and pull one from it. You could spin around, whatever. What I did was use the first book that I grabbed to see if it started with the word the. And that book is Ink Mistress by Audrey Coulthurst. Audrey Coulthurst is the author of Fire and Stars, which I also have. I have it on Kindle, I think. I haven't read it yet, but this book sounds so good. I bought it as part of Chapter's Pride Month sale. They had a sale on teen LGBTQ plus books, and I just had to pick this up. It sounded so interesting. The main character can dictate the future by writing with her blood, and she does something to try and save her girlfriend's village, but accidentally in the process kills her girlfriend's family. And obviously she's like, I can't tell my girlfriend that it's my fault that her family died. So it just sounds great. Number 5, that's 10. Number 5 is to read a book completely outside of your house. I do a lot of reading outside because before we were allowed a bubble of 10 people, my friend Megan and I would sit 6 feet apart on my lawn and we would read books together. And now we just do that anyways, even though we are in the same bubble now. We've just gotten used to sitting outside and reading. So I chose We Set the Dark on Fire by Taylor K. Mejia. I don't know how you pronounce the J. But yeah, this is a really fun feminist book. I've heard really great things about it, and I mean, the cover is just gorgeous. Number 6 is to read a book in a genre you've always wanted to read more of. And when I told Megan this one, she looked at me and went, adult fiction, because all Megan reads is adult fiction, whereas I really read mostly YA. And she's right, I do actually want to read more adult fiction. I know she wants me to read more adult fiction so that we can read more of the same books. But I chose Miracle Creek by Angie Kim. This is a book, and these scientists have discovered some sort of way, it's a pressurized oxygen chamber, and they use it to treat autism. And it is a literary courtroom thriller, which is super my thing, about an immigrant family and a young single mother accused of killing her autistic son. So they're trying to figure out whose fault it is that this young boy died. I think it'll be a really good commentary on the idea that some people have that we should be treating autism rather than just working and helping people who have autism to just live their own authentic lives. So I think this will be really good. And the last prompt is to read a book set on a different continent. from the one you live in. So I live in Canada, which is in North America, but I also lived in Europe for a year, so I didn't want to read a book set on either of those two continents. So I chose Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi, and this book is set in Africa. I bought this 2 years ago. I don't know much about it. I don't really want to know much about it. It says on the back, they killed my mother, they took our magic, they tried to bury us, now we rise. So I've just heard that like the magic in it is great and that it is just such a gripping book, and that's all I really want to know about it. So that is it for this video. If you liked it, please give it a huge thumbs up. You can comment down below and let me know if you're participating in the reading rush, what you're reading, and please make sure to hit that subscribe button to see more from me. Bye guys!